TN Podcast, your boy Tay. All right, so we talking Western Conference playoffs. We got the West playoffs going on right now. Some good matchups across the board. Saying this as I'm watching the Spurs and Trailblazers game. Wemby back. Wemby fresh off the concussion, ready to give niggas 30 and 15. That motherfucker's an alien right there. Wemby is different. Definitely on in his era in the Wemby arc right now. So the Western Conference playoffs been good. We got the Lakers and Rockets. Man, first off, salute the king, man. Salute the king. Salute the king, LeBron James, bro. Salute that motherfucker, man. Like, no. For real. Because this might be the last hurrah. This might be the last great king LeBron James, highlight, little, movie highlight or the last hurrah. This might be the last hurrah. And how fitting that is happening over Kevin Durant, the on-court rival for pretty much his whole career, right? And LeBron's over here leading the playoffs in assists, giving niggas 25, 9, and 8 in year 50. All right. He's in year 23. He's age 41 in year 23, giving niggas 25, 9, and 8, leading the playoffs in assists. Man, salute that motherfucker, man. Drafted in 2003, and here we are in 2006. And this is what LeBron doing. LeBron been doing this since I was in high school. This is fucking crazy. Right? You done did this all around the world. You done started driving, you done had your first job, your last job, you done did this, had kids and did this. And that nigga's been playing basketball this whole time. That motherfucker's great. Salute the king. I mean, like I said, this might be the last hurrah. Like the circumstances turned out perfect. Playing a team that's inexperienced in the playoffs, a team that just look like they just deer in the headlights. Kevin Durant, Burner Boy, just messing up the team chemistry. Like this couldn't have been a more perfect circumstance for the king to have his last dance, if you may, right? So shout out to LeBron James. Salute that man. The Lakers are up 3-0 in the series right now. They're going to sweep them boys. And if they don't sweep them, they're going to get them out of there in 5. They probably don't even need to bring back Austin Reeves at this point. They could just save him for next round. And I don't know if Luka's really going to play because the hamstring strain that he had was pretty bad. So I'm not sure they're saying that Luka's going to play and that he's looking to play. But it looks like they're getting back Reeves definitely in the next couple games, right? But this is special for LeBron, man. This is special stuff. This was doing this against a team. This is a 4-5 seed. Vegas had Houston winning this series. All my tickets say Houston, and now all my shit's about to get clipped. But this was just a show. It's been a show by LeBron through the first 3 games, getting everybody involved. We seeing Marcus Smart look like Oklahoma State Marcus Smart, like looking like college Marcus Smart, like looking like early Boston Marcus Smart. Everybody just been playing. He been having 8 and playing good. It been something to see, man. It been something to see. And Houston is just a mess, bro. Like they just a mess, man. Like they wasn't ready. They wasn't ready for the situation, for the playoffs. And Sengun and Thompson just looking like just not looking ready. Granted, yeah, they lost Van Vliet in the beginning of the year and they need a point guard, but there's too much talent over there. And I don't blame Ime because I actually like Ime as a coach. I think Ime is a hell of a coach. I think that Sengun and Jabari Smith and Amen Thompson, they just need to be better. Like, straight up and down, they just need to be better. But it's been impressive to see LeBron do this. And KD is just still taking L's to LeBron at this age. It's just crazy, right? But here's this though. They doing this against Houston, right? HOU is not OKC, and OKC is not HOU. Whole different animal, okay? OKC is different. OKC is a machine, and OKC on a roll right now. So Lakers should get through. They're gonna get through Houston, but that next round is gonna be different. OKC is a machine, right? OKC, I think they still gonna wash the Lakers even if J-Dub don't come back, because J-Dub is injured. He looks like he's week to week. He got a hamstring also. So I don't think that it'll really make a difference. I mean, as you can see, OKC got bodies, bro. They got bodies. They deep. They got athletes out there, and they locked in right now. Shea averaging 30 like it's, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander averaging 30 like it's still the regular season. I mean, a man dropped 42 the other day on 3 missed shots. Like, who does that? Went 15 for 18 for 42 points. Who does that? Sorry, that's like some center shit, bro. That's some straight up center Wilt Chamberlain 1981 or 1978 versus the Portland Trailblazers type of shit. Like 15 for 18, 42 points. Nah, like this nigga's a 6'6" guard doing this shit. In today's game with all these athletes like SGA, Shea, the boy's different, man. This about to be another MVP, another Finals MVP. Cause I think they winning. I think they're gonna win it. They win it again. I think there's gonna be a back-to-back, and you gotta really put some respect on that boy name as an all-time great, not just like some flash in the pan type of shit. All-time great. How many players have went back-to-back? Finals MVP, regular season MVP, 30 points per game, shooting over 50%. Like, what are we talking about, man? Like, this is all-time great shit. So, put some respect on SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I think that it's gonna be OKC and the Lakers next round, and I got OKC going to the Western Conference Finals. Let me circle back to the KD situation. Burna Boy KD. Burna Boy KD, man. That KD Burna Boy situation, that Twitter burner situation destroyed the Rockets. Destroyed them. Messed up their whole season. The Houston Rockets thought that they were getting, and they got all-time legend, a leader on and off the court, somebody to galvanize these young boys, get these young boys up to speed, and really help the Rockets make a deep playoff run. And going into the season, that's what you thought would happen. I think they had the second best odds going into the season to win the West behind OKC. It was supposed to be OKC and Houston. Fred VanVleet goes down. That's their point guard, their all-star point guard, leader, on and off the court. He goes down. So you say, all right, well, KD's going to really have to, lead this year. We don't need more. We need buckets, but we also need him to lead and be a leader, be our closer, our leader, our bucket getter, everything. We need you to be KD, Kevin motherfucking Durant. Kevin Durant having a great year, all-star year, balling. The team is gelling, they playing good. And then he goes on this burner situation. His Twitter, one of his secret Twitter accounts, pretty much the Twitter detectives find out that it's Kevin Durant. They see some of the tweets that he's put in. It's like weird tweets like, oh, this guy's trash, da-da-da. They start linking. Twitter got detectives. And Kevin Durant, because he want to admit before a couple years ago that he has burner accounts. A burner account is, a fake account basically. So he has all these fake accounts on Twitter, and he admitted that shit. And ever since then, people been on his ass. Somehow these Twitter detectives, man, they good, bro. They might as well get paid for this shit, like for real. So they found out one of his burner Twitters and saw some of the tweets that he's putting out this year. Oh, Şengün is trash, or Jabari Smith is a retard. These are his teammates. These are the guys he in the locker room. So once all that shit hit the news, hit the social media world, and Durant, for his, he didn't deny it, because he couldn't deny it. Couldn't deny that it was him. Those was his tweets. How else would you be saying some of this shit, talking about practice, and this has to be Kevin Durant, and we know that you have burners. So that shit destroyed the locker room, and they basically, the whole second half of the year, they was playing like shit, just losing games they shouldn't have been losing clutch games, trying to find a point guard, playing musical chairs with the point guard. So that burner situation was the beginning of the end for these Houston Rockets. And if you ask me, I think we've seen the last a KD in a Rockets jersey. Hell no, I don't expect them to bring that back next year. Why would they? Chemistry all fucked up. Boy got like 5 tweets for every one of his starting lineup members. Like every one of his teammates got like a tweet. Oh, this one's retarded. This one's trash. This one's slow. You know, bro, these dudes now, the younger generation, and especially these athletes, these dudes are sensitive, man. You can't be writing shit like that on Twitter and acting like it's not you, and then you want to come dap me up after I know that you think I'm a retard. Nah, nigga, you think I'm retarded, then leave my retarded ass over here. Don't pass my retarded ass the ball, right? You know, so KD, man, that shit destroyed the whole team. And I don't think he's gonna return there next year. I can see him being a consolation prize for a team that doesn't get Giannis. I expect Giannis, KD, Ja Morant, Cat. I expect all of them getting shipped this summer. Giannis, KD, Ja Morant, Cat. Fuck, you could throw Mikal Bridges in there. I think all them niggas getting traded this summer. I think it's gonna be a spicy summer in the NBA. Cause it's a lot of teams with older players that they don't really like, and they don't want to pay them. They don't want to pay them contracts, and they want to flip the page and get younger, or just flip the page in general. And then you got these kids that's coming up now, like AJ DeBonsa, and you got these young motherfuckers. You're like, oh man, nah, I'd rather go deal with the headaches that come with the AJ DeBonsa than Kevin Durant. That's how they gonna start looking at it, some of these teams. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a spicy summer for real, bro. I think it's gonna be a spicy summer. I'm not surprised at all with the Wolves versus the scary McNuggets, the Denver McNuggets. I'm not. The Denver been a bottom 10 defense all year. Jokic, man, he been a donut in the middle for years, and people overlooked that they had a bad defense or mid defense for years because of these crazy box scores that he put up, these crazy numbers he put up. Who the fuck cares, right? He got one NBA Finals appearance, one. For all that, oh, Jokic is the greatest center. He's the top 5 greatest center of all time. One NBA Finals appearance, and that was with a top 10 defense surrounding his ass. Because that's what you need. When you have players like him and Luka, who are basically you're playing 4-on-5 on the other side of the court, you got to build perfectly around them, right? Perfectly. And don't get me wrong, they're supremely talented offensive players, all-time great offensive players. But you got to play both sides of the court, and when you are complete negative on the defensive side of the court, that makes it hard for your team to consistently win in playoffs. You know, you can win in the regular season like that on any given night, win 50 games, but when it's the playoffs and niggas is scouting you and niggas is up under your underarms and all up in your ear and all up in your grill, nah, man, they're not giving you no easy shots. They're going to work your ass on the other end because now they really watching tape and they seeing, oh, this nigga don't play defense. This nigga don't play defense. And they probably in their film session saying, hey, he don't play defense. Attack his ass. So it's a lot different than when you just, game 52 in fucking Indiana on the road, third game in 4 nights. Some of the people on the court not even caring about defense. They don't even, you could rack up those numbers in the regular season, but when it's the postseason and motherfuckers is scouting your ass, it's a lot different, man. And this is why I think he only has one NBA Finals appearance, one NBA championship. Because when it gets to the playoffs, you got to have a team perfectly built around those kind of players, a la Luka, who had a perfect defense built around him, and Kyrie playing out his fucking mind to get them to the finals. You have to have that team perfect. The personnel has to be perfect. System got to be perfect. Situation got to be perfect. And people don't talk enough about that. They put Jokic in a conversation with Shaq. What the fuck are we talking about? Shaq? Three-peat Shaq? NBA Finals MVP 3 times in a fucking row? Shaq? Him? I don't care about skills when it comes to dominance if we trying to debate greatness, right? When we debating greatness, if we debating skills, yeah, Jokic could be the one of the top 5 skilled centers of all time. I don't give a fuck. Kyrie is one of the most skilled point guards of all time. Curry is one of the most skilled point guards of all time. Doesn't mean that they're the best, right? And that's not like a shot at those guys, because I think those are two of the best point guards of all time. But what my point is that skills and greatness and dominance, there were guys that were skilled up there, not like Jordan, but there were guys that, perfect example, Tracy McGrady. I love Tracy McGrady as a player, one of the best players of all time. Skills-wise, Tracy McGrady is up there with Kobe Bryant, nigga. Skills-wise, Tracy McGrady is up there with anybody. Any of the fucking shooting guards, small forward, wing players of all time, right? But I'm not putting T-Mac with Kobe in terms of greatness. Kobe got what, 5 rings, right? Finals MVP. Just we know about Kobe in the playoffs, right? Self-said, self-explanatory, right? So, but I can't put T-Mac with Kobe as far as greatness. Like, no, Kobe's always going to edge him because of the accolades, because of the rings, right? But if we talking just skills, yeah, T-Mac is one of the most skilled fucking wings of all time. Can't nobody talk skills with T-Mac and talk down on him, right? But they could do it if they talking accolades and in terms of greatness. So that's my thing with Jokic. Yes, skills, supremely skilled, played in an offensive system geared to accentuate his skills, where they gave him the ball from baseline to baseline, and he's playing in an era where centers are a little smaller than him, aside from Rudy Gobert and maybe some guys like that. But guys can't contend with him. So he's going to rebound, he's going to get the ball from baseline to baseline, he's going to rack up assists, and he can get you 25. Cool, great, all-time great offensive player. That's cool, that's great. When we kind of compare putting him in a room with Shaq, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, come on, man. Them guys is dominant. Them guys is dominant till the last game of the season. I've only seen Jokic play in the last game of the season one time. So if you're gonna put him in a room with Shaq, let him win. At least give me one more ring. At least give me one more ring. And I honestly don't believe he's gonna get that ring. And that's why I'm saying give me one more ring. But all-time great player. Luka's an all-time great player, but the playoffs is different, man. The playoffs is different. So I'm not surprised at the Wolves and the Nuggets, how the series is going. I still think the Wolves are going to finish the series out even without Ant-Man, even with Ant-Man getting injured. I think they just got to win one more. But I think they're going to get cooked next round. Yeah. Yeah, they're getting cooked next round. Because the Spurs and Wemby, and he fresh off concussion, I think they're gonna get cooked next round. Now the Spurs, they hands full a little bit with the Blazers. Blazers is tough. Blazers is underrated. They've been underrated for this whole season, right? Especially coming together after Tiago Splitter doing his thing out there. He deserved to get Portland being cheap out there. That's a whole nother story. But they being cheap, looking at other coaches when this man over here got your players balling. Like, give Tiago Splitter a chance, right? But he really galvanized them after Chauncey Billups, the whole thing with Chauncey, right? Really brought them together, rallied the troops. So they've been really underrated all year. Shout out to them. But I think the Spurs going to pack him up, get them out of here. And I think Spurs and Wolves is going to be the series next round. Spurs, too much. Gobert doing this thing. Give props to Gobert with how he playing versus Jokic, but Wemby's different. Wemby gonna be out there on the 3-point line, and he gonna be able to get switches, and it's gonna be trouble for whoever try to guard him out there. So that's what I think. Next round, I think Spurs gonna beat the Wolves. I think we're gonna be looking at OKC versus Spurs. I think we headed on a collision course for that. I think that's the Western Conference Finals right there. I got OKC winning this year, but this might be the last of it. Like, Wemby is coming. Pause. The Spurs, they coming. Like, they next up for real. I think this is SGA probably his last MVP, and it's probably his last championship, just for a year or two. Because I think Wemby really gonna be hungry, especially after I expect them to lose this year. I think that they're gonna have some motivation for next year, and next year might be his first championship and his first MVP. So that's a little prop right there. As soon as them NBA futures for next year come out, you see that Wemby on the ticket, you see that Spurs championship. I think that's a good pick for next year, because their boys is hungry, and they next up for real. But I think we still in the OKC era, I think, and I think SGA gonna close the deal. So I got Celtics, Cavs, Eastern Conference Finals. I got